So, if you hear the pitter-patter of Vancouver rain outside my windowsill, then I apologize. I'll try to do my best to use the Adobe Audition noise remover to get rid of some of those little audible noises. But it's a rainy day here in Vancouver. And it's a rainy night for Montreal Canadiens fans' emotions. Because man, oh man, the Habs had absolutely gotten destroyed by the Tampa Bay Lightning. Home game, in the Bell Center, my guy Darren Radish on a bunch of my fantasy teams got 2 goals today, so I am not terribly upset. But the Montreal Canadiens seem to have been pissed off. Move to trash, the Twitter account goes out there and says. Furthermore, you had this update from the Montreal Canadiens on Twitter immediately following today's stomping at the hands of Tampa Bay. The Montreal Canadiens have recalled Owen Beck, Adam Engstrom, and Jacob Fowler from the Laval Rocket. Oh my goodness. Now, I get what you can say. Lego, these acquisitions are made because of the guys that were hurt. And Canadian Patriot goes out there and says, yeah, Struble is probably out for Engstrom, Davidson is probably out for Beck, and Fowler will probably get the start. This is because the Montreal Canadiens have themselves an upcoming game against the Pittsburgh Penguins, which will take place on Thursday, December 11th. Today's game saw a very unfortunately placed Sammy Montembeault and Jacob Dobesh split the load. They both allowed 3 goals against on 13 or 14 shots. They were both in the 7-ish save percentage mark. Not a good showcase for either of these Canadiens goaltenders. But now, it looks like there's going to be a new face in town. And you can say that this move, the calling up of Jacob Fowler, is none other than an emergency move. It is a panic button situation for the Canadiens as they turn to their brand new rookie goaltender, who has been tearing it up with the Laval Rocket, by the way, .919 save percentage in 15 games, to try to give them solace in the National Hockey League. I feel like a lot of Canadiens fans are split on this. On the one hand, you have fans that are saying, yeah, like Fowler probably, realistically, is an upgrade over Dobesh and Montembeault because those guys have both started to falter quite a bit the past few games here. I mean, just head over to the game log of either of them, and you won't see too many positive results here. Sammy Montembeault in his last few games, 7-6-9 against Tampa, 8-2-8 against Ottawa, 9-6-8 against Vegas, which was awesome. But then you had a run of a 700, 870, 667, and an 840. So Montembeault has only really had one good game in the last month. And then Jacob Dobesh, he hasn't really been too much better. 7-8-6 against Tampa, 7-7-8 against St. Louis, 9-5-7 against Toronto, 9-3-8 against Winnipeg, so 2 very strong games there. 8-0-6 against Colorado. 2 strong wins again against Toronto and Utah, but then you have yourselves the 8-40 against Washington, 8-70 against Columbus, 6-15 against Dallas. Dobesh has been better than Montembeault technically. He's at an 8.87 versus Sammy Montembeault's total 8.57. But realistically, 800 goaltending is not going to get you into the Stanley Cup playoffs. And this has been an issue that I think Canadiens fans have started to talk about more and more over the past few weeks. But the idea of calling up Jacob Fowler was always seen as a last resort. Let this guy develop in Laval. He's 21 years old. He is spending his first full professional season getting paid to play hockey. And the AHL is a lot different than the NCAA, so let this guy get that experience. Let this guy feel the pro game. Get attached to the systems in Laval. Don't rush him. But if you do, it's going to be because the Canadiens need it. Let's go over to the Habs subreddit and read what fans have to say about this announcement. Beck, Engstrom, Fowler, all recalled from the Laval Rocket. Finally, some sort of message being sent. It all starts when Jacob Fowler is our main goalie. He is the last piece of the puzzle. Oh damn, this was a big, big loss. Goodness, Molson didn't really like that one. Yeah, it's terrible. Fan involvement was at an all-time high starting the season, and the goalies are not cutting it. It's Fowler time. F it, we ball. It's the right call. Screw tanking. Boys want to win. Our goalies have cost us so many points already. And then HabsFan77 says, hey, the Montreal Canadiens would still be first in the Atlantic if it weren't for the goaltending. Yes, there are defensive lapses, but not enough to cost us as many games. I literally was saying this to my buddy. It's not like I'm saying we're out there being a defensive powerhouse. We have plenty of gaps. It's literally, if we could just get league average goaltending, the Canadiens would be in first place in the division. The amount of multi-goal deficits this team faces under 10 shots against is completely unacceptable. And then finally, you have this comment here from Beep Imajip. Do you guys seriously think that if Jacob Fowler has a bad loss or a bad stretch, it's going to change the trajectory of his career? This Montreal Canadiens team needs a spark, just like last year, even if it just wakes up Montembeault and Dobesh as they feel Fowler nipping at their heels. There are so many teams having goalie problems this year, a trade is unlikely and is probably going to cost too much. Something needs to change. I mean, look at what happened to Caden Primo. We can't afford to have another repeat of that. If you're ruined by being called up too early, then you were never making it as an NHL goalie anyway. Great goalies insist upon themselves. Whoa. Are we going to start saying that great goalies are like the Godfather? Anyways, here's another post made on the RHabs subreddit. This is the last time the Montreal Canadiens started a rookie goaltender in Pittsburgh. And, that's a pretty good image. That's a pretty good player that ended up having a pretty strong NHL career. Look at that. Bright white, plain, fried white mask there. I mean, Carey Price obviously was a legend within his own right, but that's the last time the Montreal Canadiens started a rookie goaltender in Pittsburgh. No pressure, Jacob. But this is it, right? If Fowler isn't the guy, we have no one left as a backup or to hope a miracle from. All the smoke says my tinfoil theory is that they call back up the guys the fans want, just so they can show they aren't ready, and then people shut up about it. LOL. Jacques came and went. Suddenly, people are real quiet about that. Fowler might be the same thing. I'm half joking, I just hope he succeeds if they actually start him. So at the end of the day, we'll see whether or not Fowler actually gets the decision to go in Pittsburgh Thursday night. I would be shocked if he didn't, just considering the ups and downs of Montreal goaltending this year and the fact that he got called up in the first place. It would be so weird to have the guy called up and then not play him at least once. Just to get fans what they came to see, and just to show to everybody that, this is a guy that's in the system. We'll see if he's ready. If he is, then we can roll with him. He can go all Hamburger on us. He can go all Jesper Wallstedt on us. Is there an opportunity to pick this guy up in fantasy hockey and try to force the powers that be to get you some more points? Maybe. I'm going to be real. I'm going to take a flyer on Jacob Fowler. But not yet. I'll wait till Thursday for that to happen. You can let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. How do you feel about the recalling of Fowler from Laval to Montreal? Today's game against Tampa was a total mess, so is this going to be the fix to that? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.